Alrighty, we got top fives to end us off today. We got a couple. I'll start us off, and mine is the top 5 most overrated tourist spots. All right, a bit niche. At number 5, I've got Nintendo World Universal Osaka.
So not Osaka.
No.
Not Universal World.
No.
Nintendo World.
Nintendo World.
Wow, what's overrated about it, Sonny?
Dude. Okay, firstly, I just want to start with the ride. The Mario Kart ride.
Yeah, that is absolute garbage. Respectfully, the most garbage ride of all time.
I couldn't have said it better myself. How long did we line up for that? I reckon we
2 hours?
No, it was maybe closer to an hour. We lined up maybe an hour. And how long was the ride?
Felt like 2 hours in the wet. How long was the ride? It was like
I'll give it 5 minutes. No?
Dude, I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes.
Really? No,
Yeah,
I thought it was actually a long ride, but it was just not a good one.
it was not a good one at all, dude.
It's because you're sold on that fact it's like a Mario Kart ride, but you're not actually like doing it, I feel.
That's the thing. That was the problem with me. I thought you would actually...
It's very assisted. I want to just go, bro. I want to just race yous.
But you couldn't.
So what explain what it is.
So you sit in a cart and then you put on these like
VR goggles.
And then there's maybe a steering wheel, but I don't know how much it does. And it's actually quite not clear on what to do.
No, there's no instructions.
There was...
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing. I actually didn't understand what we had to do in the ride.
Because I figured it out halfway through.
Correct.
I don't think my missus figured it out because there's no instructions. I thought, you also have to collect the coins or some shit,
So
apparently.
there's 4 of you in the little basket, like little, I don't know, what is it called? Carriage,
In a carriage.
right? Everyone's got this VR headset on.
Yeah.
You know, these lovely Japanese people are just waving like this with no instruction. So you're sitting like, oh, here we go. And then suddenly like on the screen, you're kind of like in the Mario world.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And your job is to collect stars and like shoot baddies. You know, am I getting this right?
Yeah. That's right.
Except like the VR,
And by baddies, you mean...
like bad guys.
characters, yeah.
Yeah. Right? Except the thing is like, there's no there. They haven't told you what to do. The VR is not great. And I guess the expectation that I had, everyone loved this ride. They told me it was the best ride they've ever been on. I thought it was like a thrilling sort of thing where you like go around and it's like you're in the car yourself and you can control the car and then you can do the shooting and all this sort of gear. None of that.
I think that was the other thing. Because, going into it, I read a lot of reviews like, this is an amazing ride, blah, 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 blah,
Worth
blah.
the wait, all this jargon.
And I remember coming off the ride, I'm like, that was it? How was this so overly hyped?
I have a confession to make, boys. You know how the headset goes into you put it back into the cart?
Yeah.
I think I broke mine. Just as a quick confession. Because it was like it's plastic. There's a headset or something, there's plastic that goes down.
Yeah.
I think putting it back in, I think I snapped the plastic a little.
That's fine,
That's
dude.
all right.
I'll put my hands up. Sorry, guys.
Chuck it in the bin. Give me 4.
Overall, it was just weird. You had the AR goggles, you had to line up for an hour. The rules were very unclear. And by the time you did figure out, it was basically the end of the ride. And then at the end, you see a leaderboard. I'm like, I didn't even realize we were trying to compete. So overall, I thought the ride was pretty underwhelming. And then there was the other ride as well, the little Yoshi one, which was a waste of time where you had to see you were pressing the eggs. Remember the colored eggs thing?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even remember what was the point of that ride as well. The only cool thing was you had the crates and you can touch them and they light up and make a noise like outside, like in the just the normal area. But yeah.
But didn't you think that, because we're talking about Universal, you're talking about Nintendo World, the area, not just the ride, correct?
Yeah, correct.
So
Nintendo World as general, yeah.
I actually, because I had no expectations, don't care for Nintendo, don't care for Mario. I walked in and I thought, wow, they've actually done a really good job with this.
Visually. Yeah, agreed.
Visually.
It looked pretty cool.
Dare I throw in the fact we went, it was pouring rain, maybe dampens your experience.
I'm trying to keep that out of this because then that obviously does. That's a massive bias that we have. But no, I think overall pretty overrated. At number 4, I have Park Guell in Barcelona.
Shout out the Guell. Go on, what is Park Guell?
Dude, it's just a big park with weird looking sculptures. Is that literally all it is?
Well, Mix's display picture on Facebook is him in front of a beautiful building in Park Guell.
But I changed it because like what you said the other day, right? You haven't changed yours in years, so it was due for an update. Mine's also due for an update. I'm like, you know what? I've taken a nice photo here. Plock it on. It's not because this was like the place to be. I love the background. It was good, but it's not like.
All right, so Gaudi, right? Gaudi buildings in Barcelona, beautiful, all right? Whatever, 3 or 4. I think
La
it's
Sagrada, beautiful.
yeah.
Unfinished.
No, I'm talking about the random like Gaudi houses.
Oh, yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like just scattered around Barca, right? There's like 3 of those potentially. Beautiful.
Lovely.
I was like, fantastic. I can't wait. I've never heard of Gaudi before in my life. Fantastic. He's got a park. Can't wait to go. I rock up.
You like Gaudi?
Yeah.
Well, here you go. There's a whole park of it.
Full of Gaudi, right? Park Guell. Like,
And also, it's not even close to the city, right? It's
Dude,
like 40 minutes
it's
away.
in some godforsaken location, right? So I'm sitting like, I cannot wait. I'm ravenous for Gaudi.
Your loins are burning.
and also in all these like top 5 things to do in Barcelona, Park Güell's like number 1 or 2.
Dude, it's so high on the list of all, like the TripAdvisor, top 5 things to do. It's always
There's
in the
La
top.
Sagrada Familia.
Yeah.
Camp now. Park Güell.
If you couldn't get enough of La Sagrada, here you go, Park Güell.
So I was actually pretty excited to go see Park Güell. So I go in, I slap down like the 30 euros or I don't know how much it was.
It's not cheap.
I walk in and I'm like, what am I doing here? It's like there's like one lookout where I think you took the photo.
Absolutely.
With the nice background, and the rest is just underwhelming, I would say. That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I agree. What do you have at 3, Sen?
Number 3, I've got Santa Monica Pier.
Mm.
You know, on the photos and videos, it looks beautiful.
In
But
the
when
video game.
in the video
In
game
GTA.
as well.
It looks absolutely lovely.
And I tell you what, when I've always seen photos or videos of it, it looks massive. But when you go there, it's actually pretty small. It's actually not that big of a pier. And it's really run down. The rides are old. The shops are old. There's not many people.
My
And then
American
the people as well. I mean,
my American cousin came recently and he's like, oh, do you want to go to America? And he's like, oh, don't go to Santa Monica Pier. It's overrated. He's like, oh, I've seen people shit on the floor at Santa Monica Pier.
Right.
So that should tell you the personnel there.
All right, talk to me about number 2, Senny.
And number 2, I've got the Mona Lisa. Don't get me wrong. The rest of the museum is wonderful. There's some great artifacts there, but specifically the Mona Lisa. The one thing that caught me off guard was how small the actual painting is. And then compared to the amount of people in the room, and dude, it's on one wall. The wall is massive and the painting takes up a tiny part of it. I just don't get it.
And you got to line up in that big snake line.
Huge snake
But
line.
then in the line, everyone's got their iPads up, taking freaking photos. So you can't even see it.
I didn't wait in the line. I'm like, fuck that.
No, you have to do it though. If you're
It's
in
part
the
of
mood.
the. It's part of the.
I think I just stood off to the side and zoomed in on my phone, took a photo, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it is what it is. Like, dude, how long did you line up?
Yeah, of course. As
How
long
long
as
did
you
you
had to
line
see
up
it.
for?
The line is quick because people are there not to admire the art, but to take a photo and show their cousins back home.
Correct.
I've never understood people who take a selfie with the Mona Lisa. Can someone explain that to me?
No, also because the glass is reflective,
Yeah.
right? So it's just not a good photo in general. I will say that I had the same thing. It was much smaller than expected, but I think everyone, like, I think I knew that going in because it's like
Yeah.
such a common thing. What I didn't expect is like the festival-like atmosphere of like people trying to like get as close as possible to the front of the stage.
Dude, I remember doing that. I wanted to leave and I had to be like, excuse me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a freaking festival, bro.
But honestly, my favorite part of the Louvre is actually opposite the Mona Lisa. There's a beautiful tapestry opposite the Mona Lisa. No one's looking at it. So intricate, so delightful.
Yeah, imagine if you're an artist, you've worked your entire life, you painted a beautiful painting, only for it to be in the same room as the Mona Lisa and just no one gives a fuck.
Tough luck. All right, give me number 1.
Bali.
Just Bali.
Just in general, Bali. Overrated, man.
Aligned.
I think there are much better places in
Yeah.
Asia, Southeast Asia alone, that do the same thing and just better.
There's too many Australians. I'm sorry.
Look, I don't want to say that part.
No,
but
there's
yeah.
too many. I don't get it. There's too many.
Too many bogans.
Mm.
But yeah, like I said, there's like Phuket, Penang. I'm sure where'd you go in Philippines?
Everywhere in the Philippines is better than Bali, man. I remember when we got to Bali, when we went, our first trip to, I don't know, our hotel, whatever, we're in the car, we're looking at, oh, there's so many like buildings and stuff. Every second building, it was proud to say, oh, proudly Australian owned or proudly Australian, whatever. I don't care. I
Have a little
haven't,
kangaroo thing.
I haven't flown all this way, paid all this money to freaking
Hang out
see
with
more
Australians.
Australians. I don't care.
In before all the comments on our videos were like,
I don't care if you don't think I'm Australian. I don't want to see any more.
I hear my people, but I don't see them.
No, well, I went to Bali recently, right?
There you go.
It's like it's not overrated. It's not the most overrated. I would say Mona Lisa is more overrated than Bali. But
But at least Mona Lisa, I'm embarrassed still. You know what I mean?
But to be fair, like I thought the beaches in Bali were going to be much better than they were. Like I think they let dogs run on the beach, so there is just literal dog poo everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm like hesitant to step on the sand. So you know, fair enough. But I think you're being a bit harsh. I got to say.
I agree. Send most overrated. Bali.
All right, my category is most underrated cheap eats in the city. All right, so if you're looking for a lunch spot, I got you. At number 5, I've got Little Malaysia. Now you might ask, what do they do in Little Malaysia? I'll tell you what they do. They do a damn good laksa, chicken laksa for $15.
That's pretty good.
$15, you can't beat it.
They do other Malaysian staples.
Yeah, but I'd say
don't go for that.
Well, I'd say don't even bother about that. Just look at the laksa. What do you want? You want veggie? You want chicken? Mate, chicken, $15, sorted for lunch. In at number 4, I have Salumari sandwiches.
Wowee. This is the GOAT place for me. Even though it's 4th on your list. I love this place. You can get fresh Italian sandwiches here at a reasonable price. I say reasonable, but you're looking around 15 to 20ish, depending on which one you get. But they've got 8 or 9 different options. They make it fresh to order. Wow, it's so good.
Yeah, focaccia bread, dude. I've gotten into the focaccia recently.
Yeah.
Like, I got to say, Italian deli sandwiches kind of slap low key. And it feels better than like a Costa's takeaway where it's like deep fried chicken schnitzel. Like you feel a bit better.
That being said, I have plenty of time for Costas.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just not saying like I need something different. You know, Costa's every once in a while.
Yep.
But I could do, I don't mind if it's a focaccia sandwich.
Alrighty, what do you got for number 3 then?
All right, number 3 is Hong Kong flavors. Now,
Where's that?
dude, this is actually super niche. So opposite the Criterion Hotel, there's an underground food court. And what you get there is $14 Hainanese chicken rice. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Dude, I'm looking around, right? I'm ravenous for an Asian meal, but I don't want to get Thai food.
Yeah.
Where can I get a good Hainanese chicken rice for less than like $20?
Yeah.
You go straight down to the food court, Hong Kong flavors, unbeatable.
Quality as well.
Oh, it's actually unbelievable. It's really, really good. On dead set, like it feels like you're at a hawker street in Malaysia. You know, can't complain. All right, in at number 2, I have Kent Street Hotel. Now,
Kent Street Hotel?
You're going to have to sell this one to us, brother.
All right, so hear me out, right?
No.
They do $15 steak and chips on certain days. And I mean, $15 for steak and chips,
That
you're
is pretty
dreaming
good.
if you're finding that
Is
anywhere.
this a happy hour thing, all day thing?
Yeah, is this a lunch
What are we
thing?
looking at?
I think it's a lunch thing. It might be an all day thing. I only go there for lunch like during work.
But it's not like a 4 to 5. You've got to come in that random time.
No. It's reasonable. So let me just give you the specials, all right, that they do. On Monday, they do the $15 steaks. On Tuesday, they do the $15 shitties and $20 palmies. On Wednesday, they do the $15 steaks. On Thursday, they do the same shitty and palmy deal. On Friday, they do the $15 steaks. And then on Saturday, they do $20 steak and schnitties. So,
As in together, for $20 you get both.
no, I think it's both of those are $20.
Oh, okay.
But
It's good value. Very good value.
And is it good? Like quality?
let's be real, right? It's not your A9 plus Wagyu marble, right? But you know how these...
No one was expecting A9 plus Wagyu. Is it just edible? Yes or no?
Yes, it is edible. And for $15, there are no complaints whatsoever. Like the serving sizes are good. The steak, they actually, I asked for rare
And you get rare?
and I got rare.
So you didn't get well done?
I didn't get well done, so
Okay.
I can't complain.
Fair enough. That's your number 1.
Number 1, I don't even want to say this, to be honest.
Gatekeep it. Is it one of the ones where it's, what is it? Run, don't walk sort of thing?
Run, don't walk.
Fucking hate it when those influencers say, run, don't walk. Shut up, bro.
I hate doing this series because every place that I can't go there anymore. So at number 1, I've got Laneway Dumplings and Momos.
Oh.
So have you guys been here?
Is that the
before?
one off George Street?
That's the one.
Yeah.
I've heard of
I've
many
heard
a
of.
time.
right.
Sell it to me, Ro.
Let me just tell you the price, all right? And then let me tell you the absolute flavors. So they do obviously momos, they do dumplings, right? Here's what we're talking. We're talking 16 pork and chive dumplings for $13. We're talking less than $1 a dump.
That's pretty good.
Not only that, you think, how can they serve such cheap food and surely it can't be quality. But I'll tell you one thing, dude. Honestly, this is actually my perfect lunch. Every time I'm in the city, I go there, hit a couple of dumplings. They do momos as well.
So these are regular prices. Like
Yeah.
any time of day, any day of the week, $13 gets you 16 dumps.
That's right.
Crazy.
They got 16 chicken and cabbage if that suits your fancy for $14. Or if you want momos.
Yeah, how much
right,
are momos?
You got 10 pieces for $16.
Okay.
Right? But these
Decent.
are filling dumplings and filling momos. Like you're not going to go hungry.
Are they busy or is this like a hidden gem sort of thing or what's the go?
I don't know. Like when I go, it's not that busy. Like it's not known.
Okay.
Like there are people there,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like compared to the other lunch spots that have lines out the wazoo,
Yeah.
it's still relatively hidden.
There you go. Number 1,
Play
Laneway
on.
Dumplings. All right, Mino, what do you got?
All right, I got two. My first one is top 5 underrated Asian dishes. All right, I'm going to go not the regular orders, but the ones you should be ordering. And I think not people don't know enough. Right in 5th, I've gone prawn toast because I've gone to Chinese restaurants with a lot of people, especially Asian people, and they just don't know that prawn toast exists. But when we did our, top 5 entrees, mate, we agreed it should be like top 3, top 2.
Prawn toast is
It's one of the best entrees you can get.
Unbeatable.
But I feel like no one knows. All right. In our 4th, I have mapo tofu.
Nah, you lost me here. You actually lost me here.
Dude. When I go to Fortune Alley and they have a million options to get, mapo tofu, I'm always looking for. It is absolutely class. If you like Szechuan chili, it's basically that. They make a sauce out of it and there's like tofu and sometimes they put like meat, like minced pork, beef, chicken,
No, I don't
etc.
think this is underrated.
I think it's underrated.
What do when people get tofu, they get mapo tofu.
Nah, dude. People are getting like Japanese tofu, for example, agadashi, I believe. That's a tofu people know. Or like fried tofu, like salt and pepper tofu.
I was going to say, I don't like tofu because of the consistency, but I do like salt and
See,
pepper.
these sort of people, all right? You're a cultured man. I'm talking to people like him. That's why I got her 4th.
Give me 3.
In a 3rd row, I have the black bean noodles you can get at a Korean restaurant. Because I feel like, again, when you go to a Korean restaurant, people are ordering, we famously order fried chicken,
Yum.
kimchi or seafood pancake.
Say less.
Maybe a japchae in there, right? But no one's looking at the black bean noodles, and I think it's better than japchae, honestly. Beautiful.
Do I put meat in there or what is it?
Sometimes there's, again, like pork or beef in there, but the main thing is a heavy, like, black bean sauce, and the noodles are, I think, similar to, like, udon noodles, like thick noodles as well.
This is underrated because I don't think I've heard of anyone ever ordering that.
This is niche.
Yeah.
Mate, well, if I see it on the menu, I'm always trying to get it.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. In at number 2, I have the fried mantou and the condensed milk.
Oh, yeah.
We had that recently. I don't know if you boys have had it before, but when we went to, shout out Nihao Bar, we went there. That on the skewers, it's like fried bread and you dip it in condensed milk. It is absolutely delightful.
Yeah, that was actually electric. That was honestly one of the best skewers I've had for a long time.
Exactly.
Perfect dessert.
Who would have known? Fried bread on a skewer, potentially? It's absolutely heavenly.
First time I tried it, and yeah, delightful.
Agree? All right, in at number 1, I have a Filipino dish. I have sisig. Do you know what that is?
No.
There we go. It's like, it comes on a sizzling plate. The main meat is like pork cheek, so it's like actually kind of really fatty meat. And then the sauce is quite heavy. There's like there's chili in there, there's spring onions, there's egg. It's quite fatty dish, but oh my God, it's like my favorite Filipino dish. And the fact that you boys don't know it, and I think a lot of people don't know it, people need to try it. It's absolutely heavenly.
Beautiful. All right, what's your next one?
All right, my last one, just for fun, just to throw it in there. I have top 5 overrated Premier League footballers.
Here we go.
All right, Aurora, I want your opinions for all of these.
Yeah, I'll have plenty.
All right, in a 5th, I have a retired player. I have Musa Dembele, the midfielder.
Have you been seeing those TikToks?
And this is simply because every single interview I've seen of a Premier League footballer, especially Tottenham footballers, they ask them, bro, who's the best player you've ever played
the
with?
best baller?
Who's the best player you've ever played against?
Like the most techie.
Everyone's like, yep, Musa Dembele.
Musa Dembele.
And these are people that probably played against Messi, Ronaldo, played with Gareth Bale, definitely. These sort of players. And everyone's like, definitely Musa Dembele. He's good, but he's not like my go-to.
No, dude, these guys are professional footballers. I would rate who they say
I watched Spurs play in that era. He was good, but he's not always like, oh, number 1, Musa Dembele, definitely, always.
I don't know if I agree with you on this one.
All right, in at number 4, I have Aaron Wan-Bissaka. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Former United right back. Everyone glazed his defensive ability, right?
All I heard was
Best defensive right back in the Premier League. Best English right back defensively. He is shit defensively. I am sorry.
And he's even more poo offensively.
Offensively, he's a bit underrated. He's not as bad. He looks shit, but he's not bad. But defensively, he's so bad.
His stats were skewed because he had like high slide tackles per game.
Only thing,
but the only reason he makes slide tackles is because he's consistently out of position, or always trying to make last ditch
what
tackles.
did Maldini say?
Yeah.
If you have to make a tackle, you're already in the wrong position. He was tackling all the time, bro.
Consistently.
He would always get done at the back post. So the number 1 thing fullbacks need, if you're crossing it from the right, as a left back, you should be able to know where the ball is. He never knew where the ball was. He'd always get done at cutbacks.
He's like Trent.
He's always out of
sleep at the back
He's always
post.
out of position. Poo. All right, in at number 3, I have Emi Martinez, the goalkeeper
No.
from Aston Villa.
You're the harsh.
No, I am harsh because he's always thrown up in like best goalkeeper. Like that's his conversation.
Like I'll say this, right? I had Emi Martinez as my fantasy football team.
How did he do for you?
mate, I had him for the whole season. I came 100th in our league. So look, I'm not going to put that on Emi Martinez alone, but he was a big part of that.
His reputation is his shithousery, and his aura from the World Cup. Right. He made that one save. Really good save. He had a good World Cup, but he's winning Golden Glove.
Yeah, he's not
for
a
the
Golden
past
Glove.
3 years.
But he's a top, I would say 5, top 7 goalkeeper in the league.
I'd put him top 10 maybe.
Yeah.
But he's talked about top 1, Sen.
No, that's ridiculous.
No way. All right, second player I have is Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, agree. 100%.
I've heard Arsenal fans talk about this guy like he's the fucking next
Second
Messi.
coming, bro. He's so shit.
He's so overrated, man. All I hear, especially as a United fan, oh, he's miles better than Bruno. He's miles better than Bruno. He's the best attacking midfielder in the world. All this and all that.
Bro had one good season last year.
He had a good month.
That's it.
He had a good
last season. He was really good last season.
He had a good season.
This season, bro, he disappeared.
He can't run a game. He has his moments, but he just
Can't finish.
he has more hair flicks than good moments in a game, brother.
Sound like Lee Gunner, bro.
He is.
I've been watching way too much Lee.
I have, but he's overrated, man. He's not even the best midfielder at Arsenal.
I haven't seen
Agree.
this much passion come out of Martin in a long time.
Mate, I've got to bring it. All right, in at number 1, the most overrated Premier League footballer, in my opinion, is Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Because coming into the World Cup, maybe you even heard it, right? Everyone talking about, oh, England has to be around Phil Foden. He's the
You build
best
around
English player. Build around him.
Is he generational talent?
Generational talent. Game 1, fuck all. Game 2, fuck all. Game 3, not dropped. They're playing him
Well,
out
you
of
mean the
position.
Euros, not the World Cup.
Sorry, the Euros. Yeah, it just played him out of position and he couldn't do anything. Played him in position, couldn't do anything. He's a system player, man.
He did literally nothing. No, but he didn't do anything this season.
And he's done
completely
nothing this season.
disappeared.
He had a really good season last. He's a system
Yeah,
player.
he came off last season really well, but
Exactly.
this past season, yeah. He's,
Phil Foden is a system player, man. He can play under Pep in that beautiful system, but when he's gone to England and he has to show a bit of magic on his own, nowhere to be seen.